What's good? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Urban Platform Speaks. Make sure to like and subscribe as you come into the channel and check out the content. And with that being said, I want to speak on some comments that Stephen A. Smith made about Juju Watkins, right? And so you know that tournament time is coming up. We into like it's great start with the March Madness and everything. So that's a good thing as far as being able to see more of the best female basketball players around the country, the college basketball players around the country. You got Juju Watkins, who I'm looking forward to seeing. The young lady at Notre Dame, her doggo, her teammate Miles. Then you have the young lady at what's the young lady at UConn? I don't know why I drew a blank like that. But the young lady at UConn, then you got the it's a lot of talent in college, women's college basketball, right? But Stephen A. Smith made some comments that I thought were interesting when he said that today he said he thinks that Juju Watkins should be talked about and get the same amount of attention that Caitlin Clark got when Caitlin was in college, right? And so and I don't disagree. I think that Juju Watkins this year, I watched her play a few times, and her team is a winning team. She she hasn't underperformed, this year. She's elevated her game, she's elevated her team. So you know, and I agree with Stephen A. Smith's his comments about Juju Watkins and her should get the attention that Caitlin Clark has gotten, right? And so what I'm gonna do is though I'm gonna play Stephen A. Smith's his comments, and then I'm gonna follow up and make my comments, and we're gonna go from there.
It was Juju's performance.
She's spectacular. She's spectacular. And when are we gonna start talking about her the same way we talked about Caitlin Clark? I mean, you look at her skills, you look at what she is special. When are we gonna start doing that? Because let me tell you something. This sister's got game. Averaged 27 last year, averaging 24 this year. USC is winning. If you look at her skill sets, her ball handling ability, her driving ability, her shot making ability, her 3-point shooting shot making ability. This sister is something special. She is spectacular. Pull up Jay right there. She is the package, and she's been the package. We saw her coming last year, but now that Caitlin Clark is gone, we should be focusing on her even more so now. And just like I told you when Caitlin Clark was the golden goose, I said that's the golden goose. That didn't mean she was the best player in the world. It meant that she was pretty damn good and coming, okay? And the fans loved her. I'm saying the only question now about Juju is why is she not being shown more love? Because clearly she deserves it.
Yeah.
All right. So the point I like about what Stephen A. Smith said is she is the package. Like when you watch Juju Watkins play, you can just see that like she can do everything. Well, she can shoot the 3-pointer, her mid-range game. She goes all the way to the well, to the well when that opportunity presents itself. She can take you one-on-one, so she's got the total package. Then at the defensive end, I like about her is she plays tough defense, and she's a team player, right? Now her scoring is down. She averaged, like Stephen A. Smith said, last year she averaged 27 points a game. This year she's averaging 24 points a game. And I think that is because teams are keying on her, number one, because they know that she is, she is their go-to person. And number two is she is able to find her teammates and make her teammates a part of, make them a threat too. So that's her scoring is down, but that's not a bad thing. She's learning how to, make people around her better, how to utilize her teammates. So I think that's a good look for her. I don't really, in my opinion, I don't really care if she get the amount of attention that Caitlin Clark got. I as long as people respect and appreciate her game, sometimes when you have people like Caitlin Clark, they just resonate. That don't like, and like he said, that don't mean that she's the best or one person is better than the other. It just like some people just have that type of that charisma, like that about them. And that don't necessarily mean that they're the best. But the young lady Juju Watkins, I'm looking forward to seeing her in the tournament. I want to see how deep she can get into the tournament. Remember she is only a sophomore, which is crazy. She's already breaking all types of records as far as like scoring, at this level. So and I think with her, it's only going to get better. She is only going to get better because she's learning. You can see, like I said, when I look at her game, I can see the progression in her game. Like she's more mature. Um, and she now last year it wasn't like she was immature. You could see though, like the way that she interact with her teammates. She's more of a settling type force. Like she don't get rattled, and that's for somebody to be as young as she is and not get rattled. That's good for her teammates. She don't they just feed off of her, it seems like. So they'll feed off of her, and she don't get rattled. And that's going to make them tougher to beat when you have somebody who's battle tested like that, like she is. This is her second year. She don't get rattled, and then her teammates will be the same way. So that makes them just so much more dangerous. And yeah, man, I'm looking forward to it. I gotta say, with Stephen A's comments, about her, you know, I think I think Juju do get the respect that Caitlin Clark got. She don't get the fanfare, and but I think she do get the respect. I mean, people who know basketball, they know that this young lady can play. And like I said, if it wasn't for the fact that women's basketball don't allow these young ladies to go early, to leave school early, I think Juju is ready for the league right now. I think she could really, in my opinion, Juju could have left last year if it was if they was like one and done like the boys. Juju, in my opinion, could have did that. I can see Juju being able to be successful at the next level. She had just that kind of talent as a freshman, after a freshman season to make it at the next level. Definitely now she's ready. So just imagine, she continues to get better, um, than what she'll look like by the time she gets to the W. And see, that's the good thing about the W. By them not taking these young ladies when they're too young and maybe ready, maybe not ready, you get a better product. So you don't have to deal with that one and done, and then maybe this person will stick, maybe they won't stick. Maybe they was, maybe they was a contender, maybe they was a pretender. You don't have to worry about that. By the time you get to look at these girls for 4 years, you know that you're dealing with somebody that's the real deal. Unless you run across somebody like Juju Watkins, who you can obviously see that, during her freshman year, she was a real deal. She didn't have this year in college, she didn't even run into like a sophomore slump. And I think a lot of people was wondering if it was going to be like a sophomore slump with her, because sometimes that happens to great to good ball players. They run into that sophomore slump, and they kind of fall off. But this evidently this young lady is the real deal. So I'm looking forward to seeing USC in the tournament. I want to see how far they can go, and once I see, I'm not even gonna make any predictions until I see the first round. Like, no, not even the first round. Once I see how these teams perform within their own conferences, like I want to see UCLA, I want to see USC, I want to see Notre Dame. Who else I want to get a look at? South Carolina. I know they're going to be there. Connecticut, Louisville, tough. Man, there's so many. What's this other team? NC State. I like that. Even though NC State is not ranked in the top 10, they just a scary team because of the talent, the amount of talent they have. It's some other teams that I didn't mention though. But yeah, man, I think this young lady though, Juju is a real deal. And she'll get, she'll get her she'll get her flowers and stuff like that. So I'm not even concerned with that, but she the real deal, full package, just like Stephen A. Smith said. So that's my take on it. With that being said, don't forget to like and subscribe. Also leave a comment, and I'll check you all out in the next video. Peace.